All right. Thanks for having us. Good afternoon. Congratulations, all the teams here in the regional round. I think it's got to be one of the toughest regionals of all time, which excites me. And also, big thanks to University of Texas, City of Austin for hosting us. It's been wonderful to be here, and hoping to be here for a few more days. So excited to see our team here in Gregory Gym, somewhere we've wanted to be for a long time. Players have been asking to play here, and know that the environment will be special. So ready to go.
Coach, you have a background in statistical analysis and math and stuff like that. What are the numbers telling you as you look at Texas versus your team? Where do you have any advantages? Is there any place where Texas, you know that you dominated in this category, or what's the numbers telling you?
Yeah, I'm really excited how we've been in the last 10 matches, just statistically, siding out at close to 70% and hitting over 300. And it's kind of a level that Texas has been playing at most of the year is what I realized when I looked at the numbers. So mostly think it's just going to be some really impressive offensive performances. We know some things that we have to do well. We feel like we have to serve well and defend well out of system. But yeah, they're meeting a lot of really high standards and have been for quite some time.
After first, second round of the tournament, how do you think this team is playing, and what did you all show yourselves last weekend?
Yeah, it was just really exciting to see our game against Hawaii. I think we kind of went into that match just knowing that they were a really good team and we had to do our best. And I don't know, it was like Keegan was saying, the way we're playing right now, it's cool to see just what we can do and the numbers that we can reach. And we've had this standard for ourselves all season, and finally being able to prove it to each other. It's been something that we've been trying to prove to each other, and now that we've kind of been able to do that, it's really exciting to see just what we can do.
Keegan, I know how involved you are with the rules committee and all that stuff. I'm kind of wondering, what are your thoughts on this format, kind of switching the way it is this weekend, where it's a day, if y'all win, a day off, one day off, but day between matches and then another match?
Yeah, certainly something we've been fighting for years, and just I think another little victory in women's volleyball. There's lots of things that we want to change, and the best way to achieve change is little by little. So I love the day off for the athletes. Just certainly we play back to back in the preseason, but we don't do it very often in conference. But the day off is just a hard-fought battle for women's volleyball, and I think it serves the sport well. I expect the Elite Eight rounds to be pretty special with the athletes being fully rested and ready to compete. But yeah, one of a lot of little things on the checklist for our sport that we're trying to make just that much better.
As a coach, I'm not sure what you prefer more. These two matches are kind of polar opposites. You guys in Texas haven't played in years, whereas Nebraska and Illinois, there's no secrets between them. As a coach, do you like that familiarity, or do you like the element of surprise in this?
I like a new experience for our athletes. One thing I tell them is we try and schedule to get them in some of the most famous and exciting environments around the country, whether it's at Hawaii, at Illinois, at BYU, and in this case at Gregory. LMA has been telling me to schedule the Longhorns in non-conference for 3 years now, and so finally she took it out of my hands and got us here the hard way. So.
What made you want to come to Texas, and what do you think is going to be different about playing here today?
Yeah, I mean, even whenever I was just a little volleyball player, it was obviously a gym that is really famous and really just exciting, and just to, I don't know, I want to be in those big gyms. I want to be in those big moments, and I'm really excited to have that moment finally.
Back home, are people going to give you a hard time? A lot
Oh,
of people
yeah.
know Arkansas like the University of Texas. People give you a hard time with that comment?
Trust me, I've already gotten word of it. Yeah, definitely not well, it's a fun rivalry, just being from Arkansas, but it's kind of cool just being at UW. It's not exactly a rivalry, but I get my own little rivalry in itself.
What would you describe Washington volleyball as? If you were to say, we play Washington volleyball, we're going to win, how would you describe Washington volleyball?
Wow, that's a big question.
I know like one of our core values this year is discipline, and I think that's a really big piece of the volleyball that we're trying to play. We're trying to play the Washington way and taking the same good swings, serving the same way we've always served, and just playing at a super high standard. I think that's a really big piece. Yeah.
Claire, you're going to be up against a wall, I guess, you're out to the outside. How have you practiced to kind of come into the game knowing that you're going to have some competition right there?
Yeah, I think our block is pretty darn big. It's great to have Lauren and Marin and Sophie and just some big girls out there blocking you, because yeah, just it's great to practice those high, deep, hard swings. So yeah, I think our practice environment is super competitive, and that's what we need to try and replicate how it's gonna feel.
And Coach, have you tried to practice or duplicate this crowd that you're about to experience tomorrow? I mean, I don't know if you've ever been here and played here when the crowd's here, but it's the next level of event.
Yeah, no, certainly haven't pumped in any crowd noise, anything like that. We try to put ourselves in environments year after year that are like that. Whether it's at Wisconsin a few years ago, played Ohio State at the side of the Final Four. We've tried and put ourselves in hostile environments every preseason. And then we see some, of course, on our own here in the Pac-12. So, that's a little bit of the excitement is how does the environment affect the players? That's what makes sports great, and I think it'll bring out the best in our group.
I know that the Pac-12 is incredibly competitive, and I know I've gone through a lot of adversity this season. Now about the Pac-12, seeing UCLA seated above you, has that amplified or enhanced your performance at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just goes to show how competitive the Pac-12 really is, and yeah, it definitely stung a little bit, but I don't know, all props to them. They're a great team, and yeah, I can't tell you how competitive every single weekend is in the Pac-12. So, as much as it's wait, what just happened there? We just won the Pac-12. All props to them. They're a great team, proven so over and over again. So.
Keegan, why do you think this change got made now to add a day to the regional? How did that finally get done?
I don't know, years of hard work by people who were at it more than me, but just I think people are recognizing just that we're working with elite athletes here, and the idea of having them play on back-to-back nights without rest, which would never be acceptable in any other major, sport. And there's other little things, on our checklist, things like regionalization, things like seeding the entire tournament. These things matter. These players have earned the right to have, great athletic experiences, and so those are things that I still think about and still want to battle for these kids, yeah, there's work to be done, and some of it public, like right now, and some of it behind the scenes. But these athletes deserve the best possible tournament that we can create.
Coach, what has been the impact of the extra year of availability on your program?
Yeah, a lot of peace of mind for a coach, I'd say. Yeah, having a couple of 23-year-olds on the team is never a bad thing. It's been great for us. We've had 3 super seniors and just provide a lot of stability and maturity, and they solve problems at a high level. I think around the country what you're seeing is maybe twice as many elite teams as you would see any other year. If you think that there's 8 teams that can kind of compete for the national title in a given year, now it feels like there's 10 to 15. So we've benefited, other programs have benefited, and yeah, we saw it coming last spring that it was going to be an exciting fall, and certainly it is.
Coach, right now Texas has the top hitting percentage in the nation. How do you combat that, and how do you protect you guys?
Yeah, you got to pick your moments. You got to serve tough to try and limit how many options they have, and then you have to be great once you've got them off the net, I think is one part of it. But you also just have to try and side out with them. You got to kind of keep things close and kind of go attack for a long period of time, and get to those late moments in matches, 22 all, 23 all, and then try and snag something in a small game. So it's not any one thing. It's serving, blocking, and defense behind, and we're attacking it from all angles for sure.
So outside of volleyball, you've been here maybe a day or two. What is some of the things that you've experienced here in Austin
Gosh.
that you're
gosh. I don't know. I've actually been to Austin before, and I really enjoy this city. I mean, we've been hanging out at the West End, so I don't know. I don't really know too much outside of our little hotel, but always it's kind of like a breath of fresh air for me to come back to the South. I just everybody here is so happy and nice, and I can definitely feel that as soon as I get here. So.
We apologize for the weather.
Oh God.
Don't apologize.
We should be.